Vanakkam! Today we are unlocking the ultimate traditional recipe for Grandma's Sweet Pidi Kozhukattai. Let's cook! Kozhukattai is an ancient treasure, steep in history and tradition, made for festivals and family gatherings. The secret is the texture. Soft, moist, crumbly yet held, with a subtle bite from coconut. We have parboiled rice, jaggery, fresh grated coconut, cardamoms, ghee and coconut oil. Simple and pure ingredients. We use 500 grams of idli or parboiled rice. This provides the perfect structure and softness. This is pagu vellam, dark jaggery blocks. It gives our kozhukattais that rich, deep amber color. 250 grams of fresh grated coconut. It adds a sweet, nutty, juicy bite. We have 6 cardamom pods, coconut oil, ghee and salt to balance and highlight the sweetness. First, wash the rice thoroughly 2 to 3 times in cold water until the runoff is crystal clear. Now, soak it in ample water for 2 to 3 hours. This makes the rice soft and easy to grind. Do not soak it overnight. 2 to 3 hours is ideal to maintain the starch structure, to maintain the grain's starch structure. Drain the soaked rice completely using a colander. Let it sit for 5 minutes to remove excess moisture. 5 minutes to remove excess moisture. Take 6 cardamom pods, peel them and extract the black seeds. Discard the green skins completely. Add these cardamom seeds and 2 generous pinches of salt directly into the grinding jar with the rice. Transfer all the drained rice into a wet grinder or heavy-duty mixer jar. Don't leave any behind. Add water very sparingly, just 1 tablespoon at a time, up to a maximum of half a cup. Grind using short pulse bursts, monitoring the consistency closely so we do not overprocess it. Grind until the batter is thick, heavy and coarse like rava. It must feel slightly gritty, not smooth. Scrape the pale cream paste directly into a clean glass bowl, ready for the stove phase. Look at that texture. Place your jaggery powder in a clean saucepan. We are preparing the sweet nectar base now. Pour in exactly half a cup of water. This is just enough to dissolve the jaggery. Keep the heat on medium-low for 3 to 4 minutes, stirring constantly until it is completely dissolved. It is completely dissolved. Remember, do not boil it to form a thick syrup. We only want it fully dissolved. Pour the hot jaggery liquid through a fine wire mesh strainer directly into a clean brass container. This filters out hidden stones, sand or organic fibers. Never skip this step for a smooth texture. Our pure jaggery nectar is perfectly clean and warm, ready for the cooking phase. Look at that color. Place a wide, heavy-bottomed pan on medium heat. This ensures even cooking and prevents burning. Add 1 teaspoon of ghee to the pan. This adds that rich, traditional, festive aroma. Add 1 teaspoon of coconut oil as well. This blend gives the dough its classic South Indian flavor. Saute the grated coconut for just 1 minute until fragrant. But do not let it brown at all. Pour in the filtered, warm jaggery syrup. The mixture will start bubbling and release a sweet aroma. Immediately pour in the ground rice batter. Speed is key to get the perfect cook. Let's blend. Stir immediately and vigorously to prevent any lumps from forming until the mixture is completely uniform. It will initially look watery and turn a light caramel color. Keep the flame medium-low. Keep stirring without stopping. The rice starch will cook and thicken very quickly. Don't walk away. Within 4 to 6 minutes, it darkens to matte brown and begins to pull away from the sides. Moisten your finger and press the dough center. If it comes away clean, it is perfectly cooked. Cover with a lid and let it cool for 5 to 7 minutes until warm to handle. Warm to handle. Keep a damp kitchen towel over the warm dough. This prevents a dry crust from forming. Always shape the dough while it is still warm. Once it cools, it will crack and harden. Rub a few drops of coconut oil across your palms to prevent the dough from sticking. Pinch off a small lemon-sized portion of the warm dough and roll it slightly between palms. Press and squeeze the dough firmly inside your closed fist, letting it compress naturally under pressure. Behold the signature pidi shape with deep, beautiful finger impressions left on the traditional dumpling body. Repeat the process for all the dough. Keep working quickly to shape them before they cool. We have 18 to 22 22s. Perfectly shaped dumplings ready. Look at those beautiful rustic finger marks. Add water to the steamer and bring it to a rolling boil. We need intense steam. Wash a fresh banana leaf and lightly brush it with coconut oil. This prevents sticking. Line your steamer tray with the banana leaf. It adds a beautiful, rustic, grassy aroma. Arrange the dumplings on the leaf. Leave small gaps so the steam can circulate freely. Cover the lid tightly and steam on medium-high heat for exactly 8 to 10 minutes. Do not steam for 15 minutes or they will turn very dry. 8 to 10 is perfect. Open the lid. The dull, matte brown dumplings are now shiny, glossy, and deep amber brown. Prick with a wet fork. It should slide out clean, without any wet dough sticking. Let them rest uncovered inside the steamer for 2 minutes to let the skins firm up. Serve these soft, sweet, fragrant kozhukattays warm, paired with filter coffee. Enjoy this traditional masterpiece.